Hey guys, good morning. It's Dave Santarelli from BreakingChartAlerts.com, Santarelli Trading Exchange, and Stock Options Trading Academy. So guys, first things, market's opening in about 3 minutes. Yesterday was a pretty flat day, not much going on. We just managed our current trades here. And this morning, what I'm seeing is we got the airlines, we got financials making a move higher. Pretty flat day, really, to open. Amazon's moving a little bit here in the pre-market hours. We're in a nice Walmart trade. That's continuing its breakout momentum cycle. We got the 1050 cross coming up here. So that one, as you guys can see, she's been coming back down to the 10 and breaking higher. We're right at resistance now, going back to February 1st. So once we could fully break that, and let's say we could get a break above and a close above 141, maybe at 140, 150, that's going to be a confirmed breakout above this resistance going back to February. So once that happens, that's probably when I'll add to that Walmart trade to target that 145, 150 target that we have for that June 18th expiration. If anything's too loud in the background, guys, just let me know on the YouTube or in the trade room here, and glad to lower that for you guys. Other than that, let's take a look at the other trades here before market opens. So we don't have too much going on, so we'll watch the markets here for the first 15, 30 minutes, see if we see anything happening. Let's take a look at Apple. We have a May 21st trade on Apple. I want to see Apple hold that 125, and most importantly, I want to see that candle breaking above that red 50-day simple moving average for us to move higher. Now, guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about something really important here before the market opens. Let's see, how much time do we got? Okay, market's open now here. So let's see, we got to move on our PBR Delta. Nice little climb there. Walmart trades in the green. Looking good. Now, guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about something really important here. I put on my list over there a lot of things that are going on, and I want to give you guys a case why we're so bullish here going into the summer months. And this is really important, and I really want you guys to focus in on this. Number one, did you guys hear the food shortage that there is? Number one, they're literally selling out of ketchup packets and mayo packets. There's none left. Kraft Heinz there said that they should have resupply within the next month. They're saying that businesses are selling out. Parks are sold out. You now have to make reservations to all the parks here. I live in Orlando. Disney sold out. I got some people coming down. They can't even make reservations at Disney. The park's at capacity for the next week. Okay, SeaWorld, Universal, they're doing the same things. Cruise lines just announced their reopening plans, and guess what? They're booked solid for the next year. Hotels in this area, at the beach areas, sold out. If you guys take a look, go to booking.com, go to expedia.com, look at the Fort Lauderdale, look at the Miami area. All the hotels on the beach are sold out. There's a record number of people traveling. Airline prices are skyrocketing back higher. Baseball stadium at Texas, that was a big event that just had. They were at capacity at the baseball game, which is great to see. But people are going out. They're eager to get out, and I think this run is going to continue to climb into the summer months as we continue to reopen. Did you guys also hear about Broadway? They did a little thing in New York. Only people that are vaccinated, they have to wear a mask. They were doing little Broadway plays, and they were selling out at capacity for those Broadway plays. There's so much going on here. And I think that's going to continue. The low unemployment rate's now under 6%. Our GDP's on the climb. I think we're going to continue to see a massive breakout over the next year. JP Morgan just announced that they see $4.7 trillion coming into the markets from now to the summertime. They said a lot of people are bringing big money in from internationally, from the sidelines back into the American market. So I really think we're going to continue to see the markets break out. And what you have to realize here, you guys are traders, and especially those of you that know our trade plan and system, what's most importantly is being disciplined, being patient, knowing the trade plan, when to add to trades, when to take your profits, and when to exit your trades. And if you're in that breakout momentum and you're continuing to climb, You're just managing your trades there. Markets are turning green. Dow is now in the green. NASDAQ starting to climb, and this is exactly what we're talking about. There goes Google, up 20 points now on Google. I have a $15,000 trade on Google right now, so I'm going to log into the main account here and see what that is at right now. Trade challenge account, we got a big gain on PBR and DAL today. We need Qualcomm to start its climb there. Trivago's starting to climb nicely. Got about a $2,000 gain in the main account right now. Let me take a look, see what's moving there. I'm up $1,100 on the Google June 18, 2300 strike that I picked up for $76 a contract. The Bank of America vertical spread we have is looking great. Bank of America is back over 40 bucks a share. We have the 39.40 vertical spread on that. Intel's getting a nice little climb today. Let's take a look at Intel, INTC. Intel. Got some gains on Intel today, so that IV's probably just spiking and bringing those contracts a little higher. XL's having a big breakout here. I'm watching that on the other chart. Take a look at XL on a today 1 minute. Big climb there, and if you take a look at a 3-month daily, right above that 10. Not a stock I like to trade, but something that's moving here that's coming up on the scan. Caterpillar's having a nice move here. CAT. Caterpillar's holding that 10, holding that 230 support, continuing to climb higher. Google's having a nice move, up 16 bucks for the day on Google. AJ, I use a 3-month daily chart here. So if you look up here, you see right here, this is a daily chart, 3 month. I always like looking at 3 month or 6 month, depending on how long the time frame of the trade is. That way you can look at that resistance level, your support levels, look at your target and your stop areas. Walmart's moving higher now. Let's see here. Visa's getting a nice move back up above 220 a share. Let me put this on link 1. Visa's still getting a nice climb here, guys. That XL is still breaking out big here. I'm just watching the candles over there. It's catching my eye like crazy. Look at that breakout on XL there. From 875 to 975. She's up over 16% for the day here. Continuing that breakout. Now she's up 17%. Big breakout on XL today. Wow, look at that breakout. Papa John's breaking news. They're opening some franchises in Cambodia. That's a game changer. Those Cambodians need their Papa John's. Cambodia. Aren't they the ones with the, I don't know. Could they afford Papa John's? Tray of pizza at Papa John's is 25 bucks. Let's see. Skyjack said J&J's breaking out. Looks good on a daily chart here, Skyjack. Looks great on a daily. Not too bad there. All right, let's get on the watch. Let's see if we could find something breaking out here that we could make a little day trade on. Amazon looking nice, climbing off that 20 SMA. Definitely. So, AJ, the thing is, if you're looking for swing trades, you're always looking at that 3 to 6 month daily chart. If you're looking at day trades, then you're looking at a today 1 minute chart. If you're looking for quick day trades, or up to the 15-minute today chart. Some of them do 3 minutes, some do 5, some do up to 15, but I won't do more than 15. Baidu's not doing a darn thing there. Facebook's looking good today, up $2 already, 308 a share. I think this one's going to be 320 a share really quick. She's already up 0.72%. Let's take a look at that daily chart there. Once she could break that 310, I'm telling you, she's going to quickly go to that 320. Quickly go to that 320. She's consolidating now, letting that SMA catch up, and then we're going to be looking for that next breakout. Walmart's breaking out big time here, guys. Take a look at WMT. Nice little climb there. Continued breakout momentum. It's breaking above that resistance at 140, holding above that 140. Our target, short-term target, for, well, I don't know if you consider it short-term for the June Expo, but the June Expo target, 145 to 150 a share. And we're already up 21% on our Walmart trade. I think what I should do is start closing out some positions here. The trade challenge account's looking good. And guys, I just wanted to share something with you as well. Here is where we are at with our trade challenge right now. Who has gains like this for the year so far? So from April 3rd, 2020 to April 6th, 2021, we have a realized gain in the trade challenge account of 252.04%. That's incredible, and that's following the trade plan. I hate to say it, but that's also with going through all the stuff I went through with finding out I had cancer. So just imagine what this next trade challenge is going to be like. I'm really looking forward to it. 252% in a year. That's amazing. And I'm going to update every single trade that we've made from the brokerage statement onto the website, or not onto the website, onto the business page. So that's the ultimate transparency there. Love that. We're the only ones that do that. There's no one else that does that. All right, I want to see Qualcomm start to move here. Let's see what Qualcomm charts is doing, because we got two trades. Trade challenge account and main account. So she's really not doing much. I like the bigger candles that we saw, the big volume coming in from, March 31st, April 1st there. And you can see we got up to that 50-day simple moving average. We're not really breaking below it. We're still holding below it for sure. But we're still definitely holding above the 1020 and still in breakout momentum. So you guys know how it is. Once we get that next big breakout, we'll break above that 50, and then we'll be targeting that 150. The Qualcomm trade expires. When does that expire? I think it's... Oh, I took profits in the main account on the Qualcomm trade. Yeah, we closed those out. So just in the trade challenge account, Qualcomm April 16th, 140 call. Oh, excuse me. Qualcomm's in the green for the day here, guys. Might be the day that it breaks that 50 SMA. Once she does break that 50 SMA, now that's the point where I'm going to be adding to that trade. I'll be honest with you right now. The April 16th Expo, I won't be adding to that. I'd be going to the June or July Expo. April 16th is too short term here. I'm just looking for that breakout above 140, and then I'll be targeting that 150 there. Let's see. Google up $13, up $2,000 now. Microsoft's taking off. We have a Microsoft trade for $7,300. The May 21st 250 strike call. Let's see, Microsoft. Microsoft is looking great there. There's a 3-month daily. I want to see that break above 250 there. She might try to test that today. But like I was saying before, guys, what's most important is, I mean, look over here. I mean, for the past couple of days, what I've been doing is putting on our watch list over there. I've been doing a lot of research, analyzing things. Parks are sold out. There's ketchup shortages. Restaurants are doing unbelievable. They're at capacity. Literally, you can't even get into a restaurant right now. You know, the wife and I tried to go out yesterday. Everything was packed for 3 hours. They said some of them were at capacity. You know, Heinz came out, said they have a ketchup shortage. They sold 300,000 tons of ketchup in 2020 during the pandemic. They're expecting to double that or triple that this year. They're out of the ketchup packets, you know. There's actually a shortage of ketchup packages, which is nuts. But baseball stadiums in Texas was the first one to be at capacity. Everyone had to wear masks, but of course they didn't. But that was a great event there. They were at capacity, sold out. There goes Microsoft. Qualcomm still climbing, looking good. You know, cruise lines announced their reopening plans. They're booked solid for a year out. All the hotels at the beach down here on Florida are sold out. You know, the parks, Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, you have to have reservations. I'm a pass holder to Universal, to SeaWorld, and, you know, you can't even get Disney annual passes anymore. They stopped that. They increased their price tickets for out of state. It's insane. You know, so, I mean, all this stuff is really great news for the economy to keep going higher. We have unemployment rates below 6% for the first time in well over a year. And, you know, the job numbers are great. Everyone's hiring, and we're looking really good. So I definitely expect markets to continue to climb. Also, JP Morgan Chase said there's going to be over $4 trillion coming into the market from overseas that was off, you know, on the sidelines from during the pandemic. That's going to be reinstituted into the markets here. So be on the lookout for that. You know, these are all positive signs for the economy going forward. The only thing you have to understand is, you know, there might be a little bit of short-term bloops like yesterday. The market really didn't do much. You know, you can't panic during those times. You know, here we go again, climbing to new highs here on Microsoft. We are looking good here, guys. So you got to keep all that stuff in mind here. The vaccine's rolling out. You know, we got a lot of good things to be looking forward to. Now it's just looking at the newswire down here for breaking news that we can make some quick trades on. And then, of course, you know, looking for that breakout momentum cycle and phases. There goes Amazon breaking out again. Big breakout on Amazon, up $30 now for the day, $32.54 a share. AMZN. Let's go down the watch list here. Continue to go down on a 3-month daily chart. See if we see anything breaking out we could make a swing trade on. Quantum said AMC was packed to the gills. Actually, good thing you brought that up, Quantum. Yesterday, you know, started feeling a little bit better. Sophia wanted to go to the movies. So we went to Disney Springs, went to the movies there. She wanted to see, what was it, Zara or Zaya or whatever that new Disney movie is. I read about it before we went. It looked like it was a big flop in the markets or, you know, in the theaters, so I really didn't care to see it, but we went there. They said they were sold out for the next 2 days. That's nuts for a movie at Disney Springs. It's insane. So yeah, things are definitely picking up. That's why I'm really looking forward to seeing what the next quarterly earnings results are going to be like, because that's going to be big. That's going to be that next big drive to propel the markets higher. When you get those next quarterly earnings coming up that are now going to see a huge spike compared to last quarter, and you know that's going to bring in some new money into the markets, and obviously supply and demand is going to increase. That's going to shoot stocks much higher there. Disney's still one of my favorites. Once she breaks that 20-day, that blue 20-day simple moving average on this 3-month daily, I'm going to be making a much larger trade on Disney. And I'm probably going to be doing a leap out a little bit further. I'll probably do a January 2023 expo. And to be honest with you, I'm probably going to be putting about $50,000 into that trade. You know, I just want to give it enough time to get where it needs to go. And the 2023 Expo will definitely do it. And I'd probably be targeting $250 to $300 a share from now until that expiration with Disney. Because, you know, Disney's not going anywhere. They're increasing their prices. You saw what they're doing now with the voting stuff here in Florida. You know, they are agreeing with the Republicans and for the restrictive voting. So, you know, Disney's all about profits with their new CEO on board. So, definitely going to be looking for Disney to hit new highs. Netflix, honestly, I'm not a fan of Netflix, you know. I don't watch it. Twitter's looking good here for a possible run. Not a bad move there on Twitter above the 10, 20, 50. See, what's your thoughts on SE? Let me take a look at SE quick. SE's looking good. You know, once she could break that 250, I'd be looking for that 275 target resistance area. Right now, you know, you're seeing kind of side-by-side candle at the highs of the day. But once you get that confirmed break above 2, you could get in now. And then if it fails at 250, you could quickly and easily sell around 244. But if you want to get in prematurely, get in now, and then I would be targeting 275. If you want to wait until you break that resistance, you can wait until you break that 250, get in, and then target that 275. Time frame on that trade, you could see what it's doing here. You need at least 30 days out till Expo. I'd be looking more at 60 days. That'd be a safer trade, low risk, medium to high reward on that trade. Let's see here. Let's continue to go down the watch list. JP Morgan looking good there, still holding above that 10 SMA. Bank of America still breaking out, looking good. Delta a little off the highs there, down 18 cents for the day. United Airlines looking great. There was just some breaking news there on AZN, so you'll be seeing that come up on the news wire there in a minute.
Overall, says people who receive vaccine should seek medical assistance immediately if develop symptoms of combination of blood clots and low blood platelets.
Wow, guys, breaking news on AstraZeneca. People are having low blood counts and blood clots. They should be seeking medical attention immediately. That was breaking news from AZN. That stock's probably going to be dropping down. Let's see, AZN, that stock's going to be pulling back heavily on that news, I bet. I want to see what exactly that news was that just came out there. You guys heard that, right? I'm waiting for that big red candle on AZM once that news gets released. I want to see the whole story there. All I heard was they said to get medical attention immediately if your blood platelets are low, your blood count's low, or if you're developing blood clots. Well, of course you're going to get emergency attention then, but
Coming up at 10:30, crude and gasoline inventories.
Just real quick, want to get a couple in before we wrap up, given the time. But to that answer that you just gave, I mean, oil prices obviously have come back strongly, but that doesn't mean that you're going to change at this point your business strategy specific to that capital budget that you recently
for India Oscar.
There you go, guys. There's that big red candle. There she goes.
Finally, Darren, you're perhaps the company most closely associated with the state of
There she goes. She's dropping.
which is introducing some potential changes in terms
Let's see, AZN.
Patriots there, Bell Technologies, American Airlines, their CEOs have chosen to
Should have got in that put first there. April 9th, 48.50 strikes, only going for 25 cents if we wanted to. 20 by 25 cents for the 48.50. The 49's only going for about 45 cents. It's not doing as much though. I don't know if that's just because the news didn't get out to the public yet or what.
See the volume coming in now, the LEAF.
That's big breaking news, though. There you go down here. European Medicines Agency confirms overall benefits for AstraZeneca remain positive. Says people who receive vaccine should seek medical assistance immediately. Here you go. Let me see that.
Insufficient. Shares hitting new highs now, 886. That's LEAF.
Darren, really appreciate your taking time and certainly hope this is the first of what will be many conversations as we continue to watch closely the transformation of ExxonMobil. Thank you.
Look forward to it, David. Thank you.
We'll take a quick break. Back up.
Hi, I'm a new customer and I'd like your best new smartphone.
Well, I'm an existing customer and I'd like your best new smartphone.
Indeed.
Actually, it's very close to the I feel silly. But I do want nationwide 5G. It's not complicated.
That's not doing much. Let's move on to the next one here. All right, Tesla 3-month daily chart. Let's continue to go down. Amgen has been in consolidation for quite a bit. Visa is looking great. Not a bad move. Facebook's looking good. Intel's back in the green. Let's see what Intel's doing. I think I got a $5,000 trade on Intel. Let's see what we're doing on that one. Well, we're up 3,000 for the day here. Let's see. Microsoft's up $400 today. Intel's up $800 for us today. Google's up $900 for us. Carnival Cruise Line's up $800 for us today, guys, in the main account for that July 16/30 strike. We're almost in the green on that Carnival trade, and you remember, we were down on that for quite some time. Do you remember? You guys remember that CCL trade? Let's take a look at that. Look at that breakout on CCL above $30 a share. She's going to continue to run, I'm telling you. I have a $4,000 trade on CCL right now. I should be adding to it. Should definitely be adding to it, and I think I'm going to right now. Here's going to be our trade of the morning here. We got a confirmed breakout above $30 a share. So take a look at this first here. Let me go over this with you guys. So we had major resistance at $30 a share. And those of you that are members know we got into a Carnival Cruise Line July 16th 30 strike call for $4.24, like a while ago. Like literally probably, you know, on one of these days here was our entry on our CCL trade. And what did it do? It pulled back down to that 50. We were down 60% on that trade right there on that pullback. We were down 60% on that CCL trade when we made that entry and she pulled back down here. I mean, it only went from 30 down to 25, you know, but still, that was a 60% pullback. Guess what? We are flirting with the green on that right now, and we still have plenty of time until expiration here. So that's continuing to break higher. Now's the time to add to that, because guess what? We just broke out of that resistance here at $30 a share. So that $30 a share, 30/share equals resistance. Is resistance with an ANCE or ENCE? Resistance. So we got resistance at $30 a share. We just broke above it, right? Now what we're going to be doing is targeting that next resistance area. Well, guess what? We're on a 3-month daily chart now. We're at the highs on the 3 months. So that means we got to move out a little bit. So let's clear this out, move out a little bit here, and see where that next resistance is going to be. Now here we go. Here's pre-pandemic here. We're at $30 now. I see us getting to $40 by summertime. I really see us getting to $40 a share on Carnival Cruise Line from now until that July expiration. So I love that chart on Carnival Cruise Line. I think she's going to continue that breakout momentum. She's up over 6% today on earnings. And I love that chart there. So let's see what we could do here. So if we're going to target that July Expo for $40, you know, that 32.50 is pretty darn cheap there. That 30 strikes only going for about $4. That's pretty cheap as well. Let's see what the delta and theta are on this. We're going to add delta. We'll add theta. Add, okay, and then here we go. So if we picked up that July Expo, we can see we have a delta of about 0.482 on that, but not a lot of volume on that. Let's see. The bid and the ask, though, are pretty tight, 15 cents. These other ones are only 5 cents there. That's why I always tell you guys about open interest and volume. See how tight this is? This is $4 by 410. Much more volume, open interest. This one's $3 by 315. You know, that's a much larger percentage, you know, when you're looking at 3 to 315, 15 cents. That's what? That's a 5. What is that? That's, yeah, it's what? 5% difference right there. I'm thinking about getting into this there, Ryan and Karen. I like that 32.50. It's not too bad there. The 30 strikes even fine. There you go. Now it's only 5 cents. 405 by 410. That's a nice setup there, that 30 strike call for 410. But what you could do too, guys, this is an even better option, and I'm probably going to make a larger trade on this right now for that June Expo. Buy to open, sell to open. I'm going to do this trade in the main account. I'll pick up the June 18th Expo. June 18th Expo here. And guess what? You pick up that 27.50 30 vertical spread, $1.32 to be worth 250. That's a max net gain there. 2.5, divide that by 1.35. That's a max net gain of 85.20%. 85.2% gain, and she could drop by 43 cents. Well, guess what? I love that trade. I'm going to make a nice size trade on that. Options, CCL. Let's see, June call spread. All right, call spread, buy to open. I want to make this about, let's see here, for the June 18th, we'll do the 27.50 30 vertical spread. Net debit limit order good for the day. 1.35 is going to be my max. I want to make this a $10,000 trade. 10,000, divide that by $135 per contract means I could get 74 contracts. I don't like off numbers like that, so I'll make it 75 contracts. 135. This trade's going to cost $10,202. Good for the day. Net debit preview order. Place trade, and let's see if we get an execution here. We got the CCL June 18, 27.50, 30 vertical spread, 75 contracts, $10,202, and we got an execution at 135. We are executed 135, and that's a little over a $10,000 trade in the main account there. All right, now that is a good trade setup right there.
GOOGL, Google Cloud, and Global and Google Cloud announcing 7-year strategic partnership. That's GOOGL.
That is a nice setup there. So there we go.
Continuing to spike here.
That is the trade we just made there, guys. Now, the nice thing about that is CCL could drop by 40 cents and we'll still make that max gain there. That's going to be a big gain for that main account there. That's going to make me about $8,000. As long as we're above $30 a share from now until June, at June 18th Expo, if we're above $30, I'll collect that $8,000 on that trade. Wow, we got Apple breaking down here. Apple is in the green on our main account here, or our trade challenge account. See how Apple held that 125, starting to break higher. Now what I'm looking for on Apple is a break above that red 50-day simple moving average. We get a break above that red 50-day simple moving average, we're going to be looking for that next target resistance. Easily 135 move up there. And we have the May 21st Expo on Apple, so I'm very optimistic on that. Our Qualcomm trade just turned green, guys. Qualcomm's turning green. The markets are running here. Got a nice climb in the markets. Dow, NASDAQ, SPY, all in the green now. And that's what I mean. Yesterday was a nice day to just sit back, manage your trades. Wasn't feeling the best yesterday anyway. So I said, you know what, let's just manage our trades there. We managed them, and we're getting a nice breakout here now. And most of our trades are definitely for longer term expo here. At least, you know, the May, June, July expos. Now what I want to do, like I said, my next big trade is going to be on Disney for 2023 Expo once we can break that 20. So you have to see, you have to be strategic with your accounts here. You know, I like having a few accounts, you know, trade challenge account, your main account. That way you can differentiate. Your active trading account, that's one you're looking at every day. The other one you're making those longer term, larger trades with and looking for your targets. All right, so let's see something on Disney that we could look at for a nice leap there. DAL. Let's see here. Going out, or not DAL, Disney. I'm looking at DAL on the chart above here. Okay, so Disney, let's see here. January 20th, 2023. Disney's going to be, you know, I think Disney's going to be $250 to $300 a share at least by 2023. I think this is a heck of a great trade idea. So obviously here, guys, let me do something here for you guys that's going to be really great. On this Disney trade here, where's my annotation? So take a look how nice this is. This is very nice. 190 straight call, right? Now let's say, you know, you have a decent size account and you say, you know what, Disney's just reopening. You know, once they're fully open, they got that Disney, what is it, Disney Plus, that streaming service now. They're taking on a run for Netflix here. You know, they got over 100 million subscribers on Disney Plus that are paying. They just increased the prices of Disney Plus. So now once the theme park's open, guess what? They got all cylinders running and they're going to continue to really break out there, right? So what I'm looking at is something for the January 2023 Expo. That gives us plenty of time. That gives us plenty of time. That's 2 years. Now here's the thing. If you pick up that 190 strike here, the 190 strike at, let's see, 30.73. That equals a break even of what? 190 plus 30.73. So break even is 220.73. And then for 100% return, I'll initiate this as BE for break even. So with this contract right here, if you pick up that 190 straight call for 30.73, your break even is, the mathematical formula is strike price plus premium paid equals break even. So price strike plus, or strike price plus premium paid is break even. Now for 100% return, it's break even plus premium paid. So break even plus PP equals 30.73. So at 251.46,
He's okay with the rate, the top tax rate going from 21 to 28%.
251.46 equals a 100% return.
Highs, we have $77 now after resuming trade. Uniform Tango Michael Echo.
All right, so wow, guys, we got a lot of our trades going in the green. Walmart's in the green, Qualcomm's in the green, PBR's in the green, Apple's in the green, Google's in the green. We got some really nice moves here.
Much or anything close to the total corporate tax rate in 20 years.
For spreads there, Ryan, you need level 3 options. Level 3 options for spreads there.
Well, look, the tax code has a lot of provisions that happen to benefit.
Not a problem. So if I have a target of $300 on Disney from now until 2 years out, guess what? If Disney's at $300 at Expo and I have the 190 strike, that means these contracts are going to be worth $110. If I paid $30.70 for them, 110 divide that by 30.7, that means I have a return of 258% gain. Now guess what? That's where I'm saying if you got a larger account, $250,000 or more, well guess what? If you put $50,000 into that trade, have a max stop loss of 50%, you're risking $25,000 for that $50,000 to be worth $50,000. Divide that by what you're paying, 30.73. That would get you 16.27 contracts. Multiply that by 110. So that means that $50,000 trade would be worth $178,978. So minus your $50,000 that you invested, a net profit of $128,978.20. That's what you'd be looking at if you had a decent sized account and had the patience to wait until that January 2023 Expo. So for 2 years, you put $50,000 into a trade and Disney gets up to 300. She's at 189 right now. She gets up to that 300. Guess what? You're making $129,000 profit. That's not bad. $129,000 profit compared to a max loss of $25,000. That's a nice risk to reward ratio right there on a larger account. So that's what you got to be looking at for strategies for that larger account there, and looking to take advantage of that time from now until everything opening, and from now to 2 years from now is perfect. Our Apple trade's really taking off here. I'm watching the markets. I see everything moving here as you guys are talking about. Remember, I got 6 screens, so I'm looking at everything above here. So Facebook, yeah, Facebook's having a nice breakout, getting back up to that 310. It's looking good. I think if we get Facebook to break that 310, that 320 is analyst target, short-term analyst target. So 320 would definitely be a short-term 30 days, out till Expo to target that 320 a share on Facebook. That'd be a really nice opportunity to do that with Facebook there. So that looks good. Let's keep going up here. Look at Intel. Intel's having a big breakout. Let me refresh the main account here because I haven't looked at that in a little bit, especially since getting that CCL trade. What's CCL doing here? Still right at about where she was. Guys, our CCL regular calls are in the green now. They are doing great. Intel trades up $1,000 for the day. Google's up $1,300 for the day. Look at Google breaking out here, guys. We got a nice breakout on Google. Now remember our trade plan, guys. I'm expecting a really big move this week on Google. I think we're going to see a move up to 2,300 bucks. There's no question in my mind. I think Google's going to be 2,300 by the end of the week. Guys, I don't know about you, how your day's going so far, but take a look at the book. Look at this, days gain, right? You see that here? Whoa, I can't see. There we go. All right, days gain. $3,175.14. And guess what? We're not even doing much. Dow is up 5 points. NASDAQ's up 16 points. So that next big breakout we get where the Dow's up 300 points and the NASDAQ's up that 250, well, guess what? That's where we're going to have that next big day. Remember what I told you guys on Sunday? I said this is looking to be a $10,000 week. I already broke $10,000 this week. I'm looking more for a $20,000, $25,000 week if we get that confirmed breakout. I want to see a big candle tomorrow, and I think we got a lot of great economic data and everything to propel us higher. So looking good here, guys. We're being moved up higher by our Intel, Microsoft, Google trades. Disney's not doing too much today. Our Carnival Cruise Line trade that we originally got a couple of weeks ago is now turning green. And looking for that continued breakout. Remember, there's a reason why we got those June and July expos, guys. You know, if we were looking for a short-term trade, that's the one biggest mistake I see so many traders make. They get short-term expos, and they expect the market just to continue to break new highs every single day for that short-term weekly expo. But guess what? There's a lot of choppiness that happens throughout the day. You got theta eating away at your time decay every time you're trading side by side there. So, you know, that's why that importance is focused on those longer-term expirations. You know, and that stuff we're all going to be going over in the classes. And speaking of classes, guys, we just have the new survey up for what you guys want the next class to be on. So, Ephraim, if you want to share that there and let them know, our members, our classes are open to our members, let them know what they'd like the next class to be on this weekend. Let's get that survey posted in the trade room. There you go, guys. It's in the trade room right now. BreakingChartAlerts.com/free class survey. Please take that up, click on that, and let us know what the class topic you'd like to be on next. Let's see. Hold on. I got to sneeze here. All right, so that class topic that Ephraim just posted on YouTube and in the trade room, if you click on it, it'll take you right here. What is your best availability to join the free class? That's not a free class. We got to get rid of that. That's for members only. But what is the best time for the class for you guys? Weekend, Friday, or Sunday? Evenings. If it's weekend, it's much better because then I'm not stressed with the market and doing all my normal market stuff. You know, I don't mind working on the weekend. Which class topic would best interest you next? Please insert email below if you'd like to receive class updates. Let's see what Apple is doing here. AAPL. Apple is looking good on that daily chart. Just got to give it time, which we have plenty of time with our expos. It's discipline now following that trade plan, and that's why you see so many successful traders with us. You know, speaking of successful traders, I wanted to show you guys on YouTube this. We had a big, let me see where I have it here. I got to give a big congratulations to one of our members, Skyjack here. Skyjack the other day up 17,000 for the day, had to share it, and then he announced this. He said last year he made $120,000 trading options with us, following that trade plan. He's very disciplined. He's a great trader, follows that trade plan, made $120,000 with us last year trading. You know, so you guys could do that too. It just comes down to, are you disciplined enough to following the trade plan? and executing those trades. Discipline and patience are the key. Skyjack will tell you that. Let's see, CCL. CCL 3058 continuing to climb there, looking good there, looking for that next breakout. Let me refresh the E-Trade account here. Up $3,435.64 for the day. That's amazing. Another great day. Walmart's taking off again.
Therapeutics getting a spike here. San Diego Lima on heavy volume now. SEEL.
Walmart's up 11 cents for the day. 3-month daily chart on Walmart's looking good. Candle above previous candle's body. Continuing breakout momentum. Want to see it hold above that 140, which is resistance going back to February 1st. Looking good there. Let's see. AFK says, what do you think of TSM for long term? TSM. Looks like she got up to that 50, failed. 120 is definitely going to be support on TSM. If you have a longer term trade, if you get a bounce off that 120, I'd be adding to it. If it's a short term trade, meaning 30 days or less till Expo, you know, you probably want to exit, especially if you got on this green candle or that one. Not sure what trade you made or what Expo you have, but definitely keep an eye. Avilio, you're late on Facebook, my friend. She's been at 310 just about all day. Having a nice move, though. 310's resistance. She could break that 310. We're going to be looking for that 320, which is target analyst. Let me see here. Research. Let's take a look. Analyst research and reports. Let's see. We'll bring that up here. Facebook 320 would be a short-term target there.
Coming up at 10:30, crude inventories as low of 1.34.
344.97 average price target. Low is 285. That's something you could pick up a longer term trade on as well. Not bad. We got everything in the green today except for Delta. I like Facebook, though. I think she's going to continue to run. Yeah, sure, Zamboni. Bank of America, BAC. We have a vertical spread on Bank of America. Here's a today 1-minute chart on BAC. It's coming off the bottom here, coming off support, 39.60, climbing. Looking good. 3-month daily chart on BAC. She's in breakout momentum. Needs to break above that 40 for that next run. She breaks above that 40. I think we could possibly see $50 by the end of summer on Bank of America. I love what I'm seeing here with Apple. Or Apple trades continuing to break out here. Got nice gains of 11% on our Apple trade. I don't want to lock in profits on that early. We're up nice profit on it already, but I think we got an easy, 135 target on Apple from now until our expiration date. And with our PBR, let's see what that PBR is doing, because I wanted that one to start to move. She's looking good on a daily chart, finally starting to break out here. So now here's the reason why we're in that PBR trade and why we're in for the May 21st Expo. PBR is Petrobras. It's like, how here in the United States you have Exxon Mobils everywhere. You have, you have your BPs, all that. Petrobras was the government's gas station that they owned. They sold it privately now to an individual company. And, now as they're reopening, I think, you're going to see a big boom now because they're a little bit behind us, Brazil. So now once they start reopening, you're going to see that next big spike on their oil shares. And PBR is one of their best ones for a rebound here. And, that one can make a large profit there once she starts to take off. Javon Howard says, what do you think of JP Morgan? Let's take a look at JPM. It's in consolidation. As you can see, JPM here. I love financials, but JP Morgan, you got a big consolidation area, right at that 150. So this is all consolidation. Now she's holding above that 1020, so it's still, still very bullish here, but I'm looking for an easy 160 target from now until June, even higher. So June 160 target on JP Morgan, I think it'd be great. I'm not in JP Morgan. I have a 39.40 vertical call spread on Bank of America.
UK's health regulator says over.
Roman said he got into some Amazon calls for the May 21st 3250 at $130 a contract. Let's take a look at Amazon. That's a big trade, Roman. Let's take a look. I like the chart there. She's in breakout momentum. I'd be taking profits probably right around 3,300. If you wanted to hold it to 3,400, it's risky, but that could be a big payoff there. Looking at Amazon, if you have that discipline to hold her out until about 3,400, do it. But here's another strategy, Roman, that you probably don't know about. So you picked up that call, you said, for $130 a contract, right? I'm going to tell you an amazing strategy that you cannot lose a single penny on if you implement this strategy when you buy a regular call. So, as you guys could see, Roman here said he got into the Amazon calls, the May 21st 3250 strike calls. Well, guess what? He paid $130 a contract for those, right? That's 130, multiply that by 100. That means he just paid $13,000 for one single contract. Now, that's a lot of money, right? So now, think of this strategy, Roman. This strategy right here is something that could really benefit you. So let me bring it up here, the option chain. He picked up the May 21st. He picked up the 3250 strike call on Amazon. 3250, he paid $130 a contract. Right now it's at 129.10 by, about 130. So now here's the thing. If you wait for Amazon to have another, 100-point climb to 3350, right? Guess what? That 3350, let me go down here. So if you paid for that 3250, $130 right here, what he paid. Right now it's going for 129.65. So you paid $130 for that 3250. Well, guess what? Now a strategy, you see the chart in the background here. Once she gets up to that 3350, right? That means this contract right here for the 3350 is going to increase by. So it has a delta of 0.406. So 0.406, multiply that by another 100-point move there. So 0.406, multiply that by 100. That means this option is going to increase by $40, right? So $41. So 41 plus, what do we say there, 86? That means this contract right here will be worth $127. Well, guess what? With IV Spike, we'll say that that's going to be worth $130. So if this is worth $130, guess what? You could literally sell to open the 1350 strike call for $130, meaning you paid $130 for that 3250. Now you're selling someone the right to your contracts at $33.50, which is $100 higher from where you got it. plus you're collecting that premium paid, meaning you cannot lose a single penny on that trade. Once Amazon gets that climb, that's what I would do, because that's a larger trade. So if you sell to open that 33.50 once she has that next 100-point move, there's not a single way you could lose money on that trade. Not one single way you could lose money if you sell to open that 33.50 for 130 once she has that move. So that's a really nice strategy for those longer term trades there. If you got that May Expo, you still got a month and a few days, a month and a week out until Expo. So if you get that quick green candle like you had here where she's up 100 and some points in a day, then you sell to open that 33.50, you collect that $13,000, plus you make the difference from that 32.50 to 33.50, which is $100, which $100 times that by 100 shares per contract is $10,000. So $10,000 in the underlying share price plus the $13,000 you collected in a premium from selling to open the 33.50, that's a $23,000 max net gain, and you can't lose a single penny. So that's the beauty of turning that call into that vertical spread there, which is technically turning it into a credit spread because you're selling that higher strike for the same or more than what you bought that lower strike for. So that's really good strategy right there alone for those regular calls as she continues to break higher. And wow, after that chant there, I'm looking now, our Apple trade's up 15%. Our QCOM trade's breaking out. Our PBR trade's breaking out. Walmart's starting to climb. Looking good. Efren, can you please look in the trade room there? This is the thing I've been talking to you about. Nice breakout there. Good run. Nice breakout. Looks good.
Large corporations, of course, in the state of Texas have chosen to be a bit more outspoken than has Mr. Woods on this subject. But interesting, as Mr. Wood get a sense why corporations are choosing to approach this.
Apple still running.
Has become much more aggressive when it comes to it, Mr. Wood.
Zamboni on YouTube says it's hard to make money with a small $1,500 account. It's not hard. Zamboni, we are up 253% on our small account trade challenge. Amazon still breaking higher here. Nice run on Amazon. Let me see what we're up in the main account here now. Let's see. Let's get that going. Where is E-Trade at? Refresh. Wow, up almost $4,000 now for the day. Let's see what's moving us. E-Trade is really screwy here. I have to keep refreshing it. Okay, let's see. Our CCL trade up $1,100 for the day for the July 1630 strike. Our CCL vertical spread's looking good. Bank of America, we got a profit on today. That vertical spread, that's at max net gains. Let's see. Disney, we're down $200 on for the July Expo. Google, we're up $900 on. Intel, we're up $1,100 on for the day. Microsoft up $1,000 for the day. For the Intel April 23rd 65 strike call, we're up 11% on that. Let's take a look at Intel. Amazon's continuing to break higher there, Roman. So keep in mind that strategy I was talking about. If you have that patience and discipline to hold it up to at least 3,300, even 3,400 there, she's going to get there. She's in breakout momentum. She's at the highs of the day. Markets are still climbing. NASDAQ's up 29 points now, breaking out, up 30 points. Dow is now up 31. S&P's up about 8 points. So we're continuing to climb. We're at the highs of the day in the market right now, continuing to break higher. So Amazon, easy 3,300 to 3,400 target. And like I said, if you have that regular call, you paid 13 grand for that single call now for that May monthly expo. Now you get a couple of days of a breakout. Now you sell to open that higher strike, turning that call into a credit spread where you collected money from selling to open a higher strike. You're bringing in more money than you paid for that lower strike, meaning you brought in a premium, a credit premium for turning that call into a vertical spread, plus the max you can make is the difference between that strike that you bought and the strike that you sold. So you have two ways of making money there as she continues to break out. You bought the strike for that 32.50 for 130 bucks. She has a 100-point move that has a delta of at least 0.50. That means that's going to double. So then you're going to sell to open that other strike there for a higher amount than what you paid for that 32.50. So you're going to make the difference between the two strikes, plus you're going to make that premium that you collected for selling to open that higher strike, which is going to be over $13,000 just for selling to open that strike alone. So really great strategy there.
Nothing to do with voter rights.
From companies to sporting events, 1 week after the MLB pulled out of Atlanta to Denver, now growing calls for the PGA and the Masters to do the same. But right now, the Masters set to go live tomorrow. Guys, back to you. Seema, great to see you down in Atlanta and reporting. I just think it's fascinating. I wonder what the on-the-ground response is to something like the MLB moving that game to Colorado. I mean, you can say what you want about the state's laws and what's on the books there, but the impact to small businesses, I think it's an estimate of $100 million that's now essentially being taken out of that economy. Atlanta is a city with a 51% black population. It's the largest black majority metro area in the nation. And to see something like that game moved, I wonder how businesses and people in the community see that. Yeah, a lot of frustration and opposition to the MLB's decision to move out of Atlanta. Morgan, to your point, a lot of fans are saying that they had a lot of pride in the sporting league being based here. But now, a lot of focus on what the MLB in Denver will mean for the sporting institution, and now focus on the Masters to see if the professional ball and the institution here will do the same.
Seema, huge corporate story, obviously, and one we're going to continue to cover with your help as we're shooting later in Atlanta. Let's get a corporate update this morning with our Southern Manager for us. Hey, Will.
Good morning, everyone. We're into the CNBC COVID update at this hour. Beginning this Thursday, Disney World will start allowing Magic Kingdom visitors to take off their masks when posing for outdoor photos. And more on what prompted the change in guidelines. Guests, however, will have to remain in a mask all other times, except for eating or swimming according to theme park rules. Argentina's health ministry reporting nearly 21,000 cases in the last 24 hours. That's the highest number of daily cases since the pandemic began. The news comes as
USA.
President Baranas, who's in isolation after contracting COVID-19, evaluates measures to combat the surge in cases. The UK has launched its rollout of the Moderna vaccine. 24-year-old Welsh woman received the very first dose of the American-made COVID-19 vaccine.
Also, guys, that's one of the benefits of being a pro trader. If you get the text alert, text alerts go out first. Text alerts are the quickest, and they were out instantly once we made that trade. The email alert, Avilio, that takes a little bit of time to make. You know, that's something we have to manually type out. So if you think you could do it quicker, get up here and try it out. We got to type all that out and then send it out, and then it takes about 3 minutes. So if you want the quickest alerts, pro member gets the text alerts quickest, and then we have to type up the email that gets sent out. So that takes a couple minutes. Let's see, Apple's still breaking out here. Apple's looking good. Let's take a look at that Apple chart. Apple right up to that 50. If we get that breakout with first green candle above that 50 resistance, I'm going to be adding to that Apple trade. We're up 11% on it right now. I think we got an easy target of, 135 to 140 on that Apple trade there. Let me see when Apple's reporting earnings here on the calendar. Let's bring that up. AAPL. Apple earnings are April 28th. We have the May 21st Expo on Apple. I'm glad to go into earnings with Apple. I'll be holding that Apple trade for sure. It's a small trade anyway. It's only about a $1,300 trade on Apple in the Trade Challenge account. Let's see. Dell. I'm not a big fan of Dell, Dayron. Let's take a look. DELL. That's a nice breakout there. Actually, Michael Dell was on the news about something he did last night. I was watching Lester Holt Nightly News. I saw them talking about Michael Dell, but I was halfway in La La Land at that time. 92.31. That's a nice breakout on Dell. Look at that climb. Unbelievable. It's not a bad one there. If you're a fan of Dell, you like that, I'd be targeting $100 minimum from now until about June. Let's continue to go on here. Google's still breaking out. Let's see what we're up on the Google trade.
TSL, Robinhood,
Let's talk about the month of April and sort of this creeping narrative that at least some technicians have been looking at, and that is because it's so seasonally strong, we're already talking about overbought conditions, that there's the possibility of maybe topping out in the near term. You buy that?
Still nice continued breakout on Google. Look at that run on Google. Let me see what we're up. Now we're still up 3,300 for the day. Amazon's up 1.1. I think Google's going to continue to run today. We might see 2250 on Google today is my thinking. Microsoft back up $2 today. Twitter up 2.78% and breaking higher right now as we talk. Square, look at Square up over 5% today. Look at that breakout. Holding that 20-day, continuing that breakout momentum. 3-month daily chart on Square. She's really breaking out here. We could definitely jump into another Square trade and target that 275. That's a no-brainer right there, targeting that 275. We got green in all the accounts today. Everyone. Ram K says, Dave, could you give us an update on Intel? Should we keep it or sell it? Intel, we got a 12% gain on right now. I'm holding on to her. Especially for the April 23rd Expo. I think we could at least get 67.50. Or you know what? We got a nice gain on Intel. Should we lock that in since it's April 23rd Expo, or you want to keep that a couple more days? I think Intel is still going to break out higher above that 67.50. But I got, what, $6,000 in Intel right now. I could definitely reutilize that $6,000 into a new trade. You know, we could lock in the profits on the Intel trade. We got about a 10% gain on it right now. We could lock that in and get into something else. Or we could just hold on to it and look for that continued breakout here from now until April 23rd. That was a question from Ram K. Yeah, guys, that trade we made on CCL, $135 or $135 a contract to be worth a max of $250 per contract. So if you got 10 contracts, it's going to cost $1,350, and the max that $1,350 could be worth is $2,500, resulting in a $1,150 max net gain on that trade from now until Expo. You know, if you're just getting 10 contracts, but like I said, I made a little bit larger. I got 75 contracts, so I'll be looking at a little over an $8,000 trade on that. Yeah, guys, if you have smaller accounts, don't be looking at those big names, Tesla, Netflix, anything like that. Be focused on those, you know, like your Intels, your Apples that are pretty cheap. Apple's still breaking out now, looking good. Walmart's still looking good. PBR's having a nice little run now today. That's great. Going down the watch list. Let's continue to go down the watch list here. Schlumberger 3-month daily chart. Nothing, garbage. BP's looking good. Anyone still holding on to that BP trade? You're in the green now on that. Should have held on to that longer. Avilio, you got me worried and helped me sell out of that BP trade. I think he was talking about that every day in the trade, and then I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll re-enter that once it breaks out. But gotta be patient and disciplined, for sure. Skyjack, are you still in the BP trade, or did you get out of that as well? That BP trade would be a nice profit. Let's see, what else do we have breaking out? Qualcomm's breaking out. I'm watching the profits run on the Qualcomm trade right now, but let me get on this watch list quick. It's been a while, and I'm still trying to get down this watch list here. PayPal is looking beautiful. That's ready for a big breakout here on PayPal. I'd be targeting 275. Now, see, what I would do is I would sell that Intel trade and then look for a trade on PayPal here. If I was to do something like that, I'd sell Intel and get a trade on PayPal targeting that 275 resistance area. So that's definitely what I'd be looking for with PayPal, targeting that 275 resistance and then having that run there. We got some really nice gains though today already. So PayPal, that's definitely one to keep an eye on. I might do that with PayPal. Sell that Intel. Remember, always manage your trades. Sell that one and then look for that next trade. Muhammad said he's in BP. Muhammad, very nice. Zamboni, the service is as low as $125 a month.
Longer term, everybody's reacting this morning to the Jamie Dimon letter and his description of this Goldilocks moment. He talks about the euphoria post-pandemic.
RH is in consolidation. Nvidia consolidating. That's ready for a big breakout though. Nvidia again. FedEx right down to that 10. Here's another one. BP. You know, well, we just went over that one, but usually I don't look at these. I just go down that watch list and look at those candles. BP looks great here. Looks ready for another run. Yes, sir. Efren says most members make that on one of their first trades. And once you know the trade plan too, you know, then you start making a living trading. AbbVie doesn't look that great. Tilray, garbage. Micron. Micron doesn't look too bad. A break above 95. Possible entry. J&J's just starting its climb there off that 10. Skyjack alerted us about that before. So if I see a green candle tomorrow on J&J, I might enter into another trade on J&J. We closed out a big J&J trade for some nice gains last week. Account still climbing big time here, guys. We got a big breakout on Qualcomm. We're up $100 for the day on Qualcomm. We're up $60 for the day on PBR in the trade challenge account. 95 for the day on Apple. And then in the main account here, let me refresh that, see what we're at. Refresh. And we are now up $3,600 for the day on the main account here. Let me show you guys this. Here is the gains for the day in the main account. Day's gain, $3,597.64. That's the main account. So this is, let me see, where's that drawing? That's what we're up for the day in the main account. And then the trade challenge account. Trade challenge account up $142.50 for the day. That top one is Apple, one below it's Delta. This one's PBR, this one's Qualcomm, and then the bottom one is Walmart in the trade challenge account. Looking really good today, guys. Microsoft is still breaking out. Did you guys see Microsoft? Up 1,400 for the day on Microsoft. She's at the day's high now. Just broke that 250. I think we're going to continue to see a big breakout on Microsoft going forward here, guys. Big breakout going forward.
If you're thinking about going to school online, Southern New Hampshire University is where you belong. We've been online for more than 25 years and have helped thousands of students reach their goals.
All right, so as you guys can see here on YouTube, we just made that trade, CCL 2750, 30 call spread for the June 18th Expo. We're in at $1.35. That's a large trade in the main account there, and we'll be holding on to that one there. Microsoft's looking good. Continued breakout there. Qualcomm's still on the run, and so is Apple. Nice day here, guys. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I really want to see a nice run tomorrow.
Shaped by technology and human ingenuity,
Looking good.
we can make it work for you and your business.
CCL trade is looking great. CCL, Google, Intel, Microsoft. Think we get one more big day in the market here. I'm probably locking in some profits. The account will be at new all-time highs at that point. At least the main account will. Trade challenge is a couple grand off all-time highs here. Nice continued breakout on Microsoft, guys. I mean, look at that run here. Here's a today 1 minute chart on Microsoft. That's the chart of the day right there. Holding that breakout, retracing down to that 20-day simple moving average, acting as support there, and then having that next run. Looking good.
Real-time exchange sector sort is sponsored by Sectors by the ETF.
Nice job, Avilio. He made a quick 10% on a Microsoft trade he jumped into. Jerry Byer up 52% on some Nike longs. Nice, nice, nice.
Jill is certainly upset with that unexpected bill from her back surgery. Let's see that one more time. Right in the wallet.
Apple daily chart. Apple 3-month daily. She had that 1020 cross. She's in breakout momentum. Already had the MACD cross. You got a green bar above the zero line on the MACD moving average convergence divergence. Support at 120. She's continuing to break out. What expiration do you guys have on Apple? If you have the May, June, July Expo, target is going to be at least 135 to 140. I mean, those apples look good there. First candle above that 50, I'm going to put another probably $5 grand in Apple. Let's see what Qualcomm's doing here. QCOM. Qualcomm, I'm just waiting for that break above 140 there. She's green on the day here for today, so I'm just waiting for that next run there. If I get that run,
Getting right to the point, hiring your agent. I wish we would have done that sooner, and we would save.
let's see. April 16th Expo isn't this week. You had me worried thinking it was this week's Expo. I'm looking at it. I'm like, next week. I would close that out below 137.75. She breaks above 140 with a green candle above 140, above that red 50 SMA. That's where I'm going to add to it. I mean, she went from 130 to 140 in 3 days here, Mohammed. So if you see here, here's the candle. She was at 130. She went from 130 to 140 in literally 3 days. Each one of these candles represent one trading day. So, you know, once we break that 140, that 50 target could be 3 trading days away. Right now, it's only April 7th. We have the April 16th Expo. So 9 days for it to move there. Definitely think that's possible. But that's going to end it for us for the morning session, guys. Really not seeing too much. I've seen some flatness, a little bit of a pullback going into the lunch hour here, which tells us, you know, not to overwatch things. PayPal's still climbing. I might do a PayPal trade this afternoon. I'm watching, but markets are looking good, continuing that climb. We got all 3 averages in the green right now, and our trades, both accounts, are in the green, looking good. And we will be adding to some trades this afternoon if we could hold these gains. So I hope everyone had a great day. If you guys want to come join us, go to breakingchartalerts.com, and you guys could go down to membership pricing plans, click on that, and then if you just want the morning live trade session with us, it's as low as $125 a month. You'll get our app alerts, access to the live trade room that you just saw, and the morning video. You know, Pro Trader, $250 a month. You get the live trade room in the morning and in the afternoon. You get text alerts and the app alert. Elite Pro Trader, you get everything else. You save $750, and you also get personalized classes with us as well. So make sure you guys come join us, and we'll see you. Once you do, go to live trading, click on the live trade room. It'll take you here. This is where we're going to be from now until about 2:30. 2:30 we'll go live again. And then if you guys want to take a look at any of our trades, you click here on trade alerts, and this is going to take you to that trade alert. If you click on it, it's going to give you all the details of that trade that we made, our target, our stop, and everything else that we're looking for there. So make sure you keep that on and take a look. Alrighty, guys, we will see you there in the trade room if you come join us now, or in the afternoon trade session if you're a pro or elite member. Alrighty, guys, take care. Have a great day. Stay safe. God bless. And great start to the week, guys. I'm looking forward to a continued breakout for the rest of the month here. We got a lot of positive catalysts to push us forward. So have a great day. I'll see you guys in the trade room. If we make any trades from now till 2:30, you'll get a text app. It'll be posted in the trade room. And also, you know, we will be sending out the text alert, and then we'll be going live again around 2:30. Alrighty, guys. Talk to you later. And